How YouTube changed my life. I know, a bit dramatic, but it did for me. I saw a bunch of videos just like this pop up on my feed, and after watching a few, I realized a lot of us have been wanting to make a YouTube channel for a really long time. And here are some reasons why I have. First one is less pressure. When I first started, I kind of overthought it like crazy, just a tendency I have. But I thought the moment I posted my first ever video that it would go viral, and then that I couldn't handle the fame, and I don't know, there's too much eyeballs on me, and I made up this scenario in my head. Obviously it was not reality. So yeah, so the first one is less pressure. After I realized hey, yeah, nobody's really watching you, it really humbled me in a good way. And I was like, okay, then that's actually kind of a good thing, because after the first video and I got I don't know, a few views, I was like, okay, I can't compare myself to someone who's a years into their journey, and also the algorithm itself doesn't really know what content I post and doesn't know the people that would like to watch me. So it makes sense that it's gonna take a while. So after that initial point, I was like, okay, cool. I gotta just keep going. But I'm not gonna lie, it was discouraging. I was like, okay, I thought at least 100, at least. But again, that was actually a good thing. So now when I post a video, I'm like, okay, there will be a few mains that will watch me, and eventually the people that will find value out of it will find my videos. And that's kind of the purpose of making this whole YouTube channel in the first place, is to help people and others and to connect and such. So now that I had that in my head, okay, there's not many people watching me, it kind of gave me free range to try everything. I wasn't stuck in a niche. I tried different genres and different editing styles and saw what I like, what works for me, what works for my lifestyle and content creation and such, and just figuring it out. So that's actually a good thing. There's less pressure, nobody's really watching you, and that's a good thing, and eventually people will find you. Keep going. The next one is growth, and I don't mean growth in sense of numbers. I just meant in general, YouTube has helped me become a more well-rounded person. I started watching YouTube in middle school, where all the beauty gurus were a big thing, and that's actually kind of where I learned and fell in love with makeup. And I also learned how to set up my freelance makeup business, the business aspect, how to do makeup, and things such as cornrows, braiding, cooking, productivity, how to do my homework, everything I've learned on YouTube. So I kind of like that aspect, because it actually does change people's lives, and it improves it in a good way just because of the format it's in. It's a long form. It gives you time to digest the information. That's what I mean by growth. The next one is it actually helps me to do things. As an artistic person generally, any artistic form I like, and YouTube kind of holds me accountable in that way. When I post a video, I'm like, okay, I want to do this type of style, or I want to share something about my cooking or in general about my life, then I could post it and hold myself accountable. Each week, let's try to post this video, and each and every video I post, I try to learn and get better at this new artistic craft. So it actually helps for me to be more artistic and to keep a hobby as a young adult. So that's another thing I like about it. The next one is community. I think YouTube has the best community platform, just because a lot of people return back to the same people that they watch, and then creates that connection with other like-minded people. And then from there, they could also connect outside of YouTube as well. But when I watch YouTube videos and I look in the comment section, I usually am laughing, or I'm like, oh my god, that's so relatable. And then I think, wow, there's a lot of people that are similar to us out there. And I think the comment section just shows that. And I love that aspect of the community. And people are actually trying to help each other out, which is amazing. Okay, in this section, I'm going to be talking about tips for you newbies, just like me, that would have helped me a lot. So after a while, you're going to watch a lot of these how to grow a YouTube channel, how to start a YouTube channel, overcoming the fear, everything related to YouTube. I'm sure you have consumed already. And then at this point, you're gonna come to a point, are you gonna jump off the cliff or the deep end and do it? And I think the best thing to do is actually just to do it unready. Like, you don't have to wait for anything like camera, you don't have to wait for even a backdrop. I was really hung up on aesthetics at one point, and then eventually my first video that I posted, I just pulled out my camera, started talking to it, and posted it. And then I was like, okay, I gotta keep going. So the initial like post, the first one ever, you just gotta do it unready, really messy. Doesn't matter the editing style, just post it. Then you'll get over that fear, and then you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. So the next tip is be yourself. And I know that sounds really cliche, but what I mean by that is, for example, like any of the YouTubers that you watch and you're like, whoa, they have that cool thing about them, or like they have such cool aesthetics, or they talk cool, or they have a nice like cinematic feel to their videos, and then you try to mimic that, right? And then you look back at that video that you just made and now we're editing, and you're like, wow, I don't sound at all like them. I don't look like them. I talk different, and everything about my background's different. And that's actually a good thing, because that means you're different, and that means you bring something unique to the table, and which means it's kind of like an unfair advantage, which basically means that you have something that you're gifted at that other people might not have. And that's something I wish I embraced more. But the moment I clicked into it, I was like, oh wow, okay, this is much easier. For example, I'm not good with the scripted type of videos. I like more free talking, and I think that just makes it easier for me, and it also makes me a bit different. And that's what I mean. Just be yourself, whatever you got. That would be your unfair advantage. Another thing is think like a baby. Don't think about the business aspect, don't think about the editing software, don't think about all those other aspects of YouTube. Literally just think like a baby. Like, what does a baby do when they learn to walk? They first need to figure out how to hold up their head, then they learn how to roll, then they learn the crawling phase, then they learn how to like walk slowly against things, and then eventually they start to walk. And seeing the baby do that fearlessly, like not caring at all how it looks, how funny it looks, or at all. They just do it because they have that thing of wanting to try something. So I think sometimes I think to myself, just think you're a baby, just go ahead. Like, who cares? You know, you're gonna be doing something cool. So that's what I keep in mind, and that's been helping me. The next tip is patience, and this was really hard for me because I wanted that instant gratification right away. I wanted the community, I wanted all the comment sections, I wanted all of that, but YouTube's taught me patience in general, because at each and every video it's gonna get better, and it doesn't mean necessarily that your first few videos are bad. It just might mean that the algorithm is taking a while to find the people that will mesh well with you or will like your content, and that's okay. But yeah, YouTube is a long game. I'm almost done studying. Excited about it, okay? Okay, I hope that helps you guys all. Please leave a comment below if you liked it, and I hope you the best in your new YouTube journey. I can't wait. Okay, bye.